Hello there friends, Seasons Live here. In today's video, Valve released player and team stickers, ESIC investigates into Astralis, and more roster changes shaking up, plus tons of other exciting news from the world of CS2 right before the major continues. So without further ado my friends, let's get straight to it. And I think we obviously shall start with the main huge news. Valve have released stickers and pick'em challenges for the Shanghai Major. Before the release, as always, Valve decided to tease the community through Twitter. People were really hyped up. Someone even made a concept of charms with team logos. And finally, when it dropped, we just got the simple, familiar thing. The good old Viewers Pass and Pick'ems, priced at $10 and $18 respectively. And as always, the primary focus remained on the stickers themselves. Credit to Valve for once again deciding to ditch backgrounds for the stickers, continuing the trend of the few past majors. They just look amazing. However, these stickers stand out from previous releases. For example, on Holo stickers you can see that the Holo effect is made by the logos themselves. And also player autographs, for example, were created by hand, making them more exclusive because Valve wanted the players to give the same autographs that they can do in real life. And it basically worked. So yeah, my guys, honestly, all of this just looks stunning. I really like the new stickers. And surely several players stood out with their unique approaches to the autographs. 13 of them included Chinese characters, including the players from FURIA, Case, Decenty, Yikinder, Kawez, Alexibi, Ime, Donk, Magix, and Kerrigan. And some of the players even explained what the symbols mean. For example, Case Serrato, because he signed his name as Chinese fans pronounce it, with the characters translating to God. They basically say Ka God. He also mentioned that the Chinese fans have a special chant supporting him that goes, "They still haven't defeated Case Serrato." Yuri simply transliterated his name, while Skulls used characters to refer to a Chinese god, Xian Wu. Meanwhile, Heroic's Dexter decided to reference Simple in his autograph, while ZTR explained his nickname as 0T Rounds, and that's statistically appropriate. However, the release didn't go without controversy. For example, this sticker by Dexter from FlyQuest. You can basically see what it says, and this particular thing upset Twists, as he argued that the autographs should reflect the players' actual names and nicknames. Although Dexter defended his own choice, stating that he had signed more than 200 items with this name tag. Twists sarcastically responded that he had no further questions. Cloud9 also faced an unusual situation. So you see guys, due to Valve's rules, Perfecto received a sticker despite not playing at the major, as Intros has been replacing him for quite some time. It's basically because Perfecto was registered before the RMRs for the team, and now with the substitution, if they changed the stickers or something like that, they would just be not allowed to play at the major. And Perfecto himself reacted negatively, saying that he'd rather participate in the tournament than receive a sticker he didn't earn. And also Pick'em challenges were also added, though they didn't attract as much attention from the community. Analysts, however, noticed that many predictions for 3-0 are to the Mongolz and Cloud9, which surprised Maui Snake, who is skeptical about both these lineups. And guys, if you don't have a Viewers Pass, you can just go to our Twitter and participate in our giveaway. There are 50 Viewer Passes at stake, so I highly recommend to go there now and join. The link is, as always, in the description. Now let's get back to esports. Complexity may rebrand again. One of the most intriguing reactions to this sticker release came from none other than Jason Lake, widely regarded as the best CEO among all esports orgs. So Jason advised fans to buy the current Complexity stickers while they're available, as the team is planning to rebrand and potentially return to their old logo. Whether this is a clever marketing move or just they really want to return to the old Complexity logo is still unknown. Personally, I'd prefer the new logo. Mr. Lake also said that he is disappointed that there are no team logo charms in the game, calling it a missed opportunity. He pointed out that such additions could have been a solid bonus for Valve's sales. JL echoed this sentiment, expressing his frustration that the team charms weren't added. Interestingly, in Valorant, for example, there are team logo charms, and even team bundles, which have provided Riot Games with significant revenue throughout the season. Nobody knows if Valve really plans to add the team charms to CS2, but my bet is that they will, eventually. Guys, what are your thoughts about the new stickers, the viewers pass, and all of that? Have you already opened any autograph capsules? Or maybe team capsules? Share what you've got in the comments below, and also you can discuss the pick'ems as you like. By the way, speaking of pick'ems, you see a lot of people are also betting that Wildcard Gaming will lose 0-3. But for example, SDY shared his thoughts about this. He said that Wildcard has been performing incredibly well during practice matches, and if they continue to play at this level, they could go far in the tournament. And honestly, it's hard to argue with his words, because Wildcard shocked everyone by qualifying for the major with a 3-0. They left an unforgettable impression, to be honest. Their performance on Inferno is likely still haunting their opponents' nightmares. Maybe it's just all about Amaranth. I mean, she's just one of a kind, you know? Anyways, it's a fascinating storyline to watch as Wildcard continues to make waves. Personally, I will be rooting for them. I really like the team, you know? It's clear that the major has significantly impacted many teams, leading to an array of rumors, not just about reshuffles. In our previous video, we discussed changes in BB team and the possible adjustments in Aurora, and now it's 100% confirmed that Aurora will make changes. And just recently, the rumors became true. They have frozen Deco's contract, meaning he's still on the bench, but he won't compete. His replacement is highly likely to be the sniper guy from the Academy roster, Aurora Youngblood. Additionally, rumors suggest that Lucky will also leave the team as their coach Brain will step down, and Homa expected to take his place. Homa is the guy that was kicked from Virtus.Pro this summer, in case you didn't know. Also, changes coming to 9 Pandas, where the lineup might lose 2 players at once, iDisbalance and Glowing. Initially, Result tried to dismiss these rumors, but the organization had since decided to bench the players. Meanwhile, new details about the reshuffles in BB team have emerged. According to the former captain NaVi, the changes were inevitable, and they would have happened regardless of their results at the RMRs. It was known as early as September that these adjustments were just coming. The captain also mentioned that he is now looking to try his luck in a European or American lineup, because he basically knows English. But honestly, my guys, I don't really think that Nefani will join a European or American team. But anyways, I guess we will see. And well, some teams will not be making any changes despite their poor RMR results. Obviously, we're talking about Eternal Fire, as their CEO confirmed that there will be no roster changes. First, he denied rumors of replacing Calyx with Jota, and then he also pointed out that many other huge orgs failed to qualify for the major, but they will be doing okay. He just said that the stats aren't the only factor to consider, and that the team's priority now is to focus on improving results with the current roster. And honestly, I respect this decision, because Eternal Fire looked really great in the second season of this year. Yeah, they looked nervous at the RMRs and were a little bit unlucky. Still, they have room for growth, and I believe that they can be better. Speaking of huge orgs, we can't overlook the situation with Astralis. So our favorite Esports Integrity Commission has finally concluded its investigation into the substitution of Bro with Kading during Blast. I mean, at least it happened before 2025, so nice job. And as a result, the ESIC ordered Astralis to return $25,000 in prize money to Blast. According to the report, the issue arose because Blast and Astralis miscommunicated, leading to confusion caused by a lack of transparency. The commission also noted that Astralis violated the ESIC code by making the substitution itself, although it did not affect the results of the tournament. Astralis responded, expressing disappointment that ESIC failed to consider that the prize money were sent to Danish mental health charity. They also emphasized that their actions complied with Danish employment laws, so it's all fine. This situation did not go unnoticed by prominent figures in the community. For example, Fallen wished for ESIC to disband and leave CS forever, and I can't agree more. Meanwhile, Cloud9's manager said that as ESIC used Mr. Bro in their report, they must have not realized how comedic it sounds. And in the classic fashion, Heroic added their own spin to the drama by giving personalized jerseys to captains who participated in the protest against Astralis. You know, with the shirts, "I am unfit to play today." Honestly, I'd love to get my hands on one of these. Heroic, you can send one to me, just contact me, please. Now my friends, let's talk about NaVi, because they are facing challenges. Okay, it's just the opinion of Thorin, but let's listen. He highlighted several issues that the team is currently facing. One of the key problems is Mirage. Previously, NaVi performed well on this map, but their recent results have dipped significantly. Over their last 6 games on Mirage, they've lost 4. This basically weakens their map veto control, making it easier for opponents to adapt and exploit NaVi's vulnerabilities. And here it's either about teams just learning how to play against NaVi on Mirage, or about a high IQ move from Blade. You know, messing with everyone's minds, making everyone think that NaVi are weak on Mirage. Anyways, it's too tough to comprehend. Another issue Thorin pointed out is the declining performance of players like Ime and Wonderful. With their stats dropping, the team is losing a portion of its firepower. Thorin also noted that NaVi lacks a true star player such as m0NESY or Zaivu who can single-handedly carry matches. All of these factors combine to leave NaVi looking considerably weaker heading into the season's most important tournament. Guys, do you agree with Thorin? Because I honestly don't. I think, as I previously said, it's either Blade messing with our minds or something else. And NaVi don't need a star player, they are 5 stars of their own. So yeah guys, don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, speaking of NaVi, let's talk about S1MPLE. After being eliminated from the Armors, Alexander decided to stay in China and is making the most of his time there. He's been announced as one of the participants in a Valorant tournament and is also streaming on a Chinese platform alongside Kenny. They just play there together. Interestingly, S1MPLE said that he prefers the Chinese streaming platform over Twitch, citing the lack of restricted words which allow him to speak freely. But my bros, it all led to him resuming his trademark toxic banter directed at both casual and professional Chinese players. In addition, TikTok is just filled with memes about S1MPLE, and also has become a frequent guest on streams hosted by well-known Chinese influencers. So yeah, he's really a star in China. Lastly, since we mentioned some legendary CS players, we just couldn't ignore the news about the HLTV Hall of Fame. You know, recently HLTV revealed all the nominees for the upcoming vote to determine who will secure this spot in the Hall of Fame. Let's see who we've got here. The first batch includes Kogu, Six, Forest, Fraud, Get Right, Heaton, Canis, K Sharp, Markelov, Olofmeister, Potty, and Solo. This is the first ever vote of its kind, and the list of contenders includes many legendary players, but they are mostly from CS 1.6 and the early years of CSGO. Guys, who would you include in the Hall of Fame? Write your predictions and ideas in the comments below. Personally, I think the majority of votes will go to either Forest or Kenny, but nothing is certain yet. Now, my friends, excuse me for the sound change, because there was this thing and I had to adapt. Now let's continue with the video. We will dive straight into the opening matches of the main stage of the Shanghai Major. The group stage is set to conclude soon, but for now let's focus on the first matches, which are already being played on LAN. The day began with an intense showdown between FURIA and Gamer Legion. Since the matches are played in a best-of-1, the teams had to settle on a single map to play, and they chose to kick off the major with the least popular map, Vertigo. The game was quite close, and despite Gamer Legion taking the first 3, FURIA quickly recovered with a streak of 3 of their own. However, Gamer Legion responded by winning 2 more, only to lose 4 consecutive rounds, during which Skulls secured a crucial 1v2. So we had 7-5 in the first half, and Gamer Legion switched to the T side. And there, things went much easier for GL. They won the first 3 rounds and then went on to take the remaining 5, closing out the match in their favor. So this, my friends, is how the first game of the major ruined a lot of pick'ems. Meanwhile, we saw a clash between Virtus.Pro and MIBR, also played on LAN in best-of-1, and the teams decided to battle it out on Ancient. The match started well for Virtus.Pro as they secured the first 4 rounds. However, things took a different turn when MIBR managed to win a round with a single AK-47 wielded by Insane, which sparked a streak of 3 in their favor. Although Virtus.Pro managed to reclaim a round, MIBR responded with a flawless eco, further solidifying their momentum. Then the Brazilians took 4 more rounds and closed the first half 7-5. After the side switch, Virtus.Pro claimed the first 2 rounds, but once MIBR had the economy to buy weapons, the Bears' attack just crumbled. MIBR strung together 6 consecutive rounds, sealing their first win and sending VP to 0-1. And now even more pick'ems got ruined. Next up was the match between Cloud9 and Team Liquid, with the teams deciding to play on Ancient. The game started out extremely close. ESIC kicked things off with a triple kill with dual Berettas. However, in the very next round, JKS answered back with a triple of his own, using a Tech-9. Despite this, Liquid couldn't maintain momentum as the technical pause disrupted their rhythm. Following the break, Cloud9 secured 3 consecutive rounds and later extended their lead with another 3, highlighted by a quadro kill from Exile. The first half concluded with Cloud9 firmly leading 9-3. After the side switch, Liquid came back winning, putting together a streak of 6, evening up the score. Twist stood out with a spectacular triple kill during a retake. The final round saw Ultimate clutch a critical 1v2, sealing the game for Liquid. Once again, guys, in the second half, Liquid managed to win nearly 10 rounds in a row. One hell of a comeback. Meanwhile, Complexity faced off against FlyQuest on Anubis. Complexity pretty much know how to play on this map, while FlyQuest, representing Australia, were widely considered underdogs for the entire tournament. Get ready, guys, it's gonna be fun. So Complexity is the favorites were giving away rounds left and right, while FlyQuest dominated across the entire map. Alistair delivered an exceptional performance despite having underwhelming stats throughout the season, which led to a crushing 11-1 in FlyQuest's favor. Switching to T-side, Complexity had a chance to mount a comeback. They started strong, winning the pistol round and securing 5 more. But FlyQuest claimed the victory, so rest in peace, 0-3s. The next match featured BIG and Passion UA, with the teams opting to play on Mirage. The two had previously faced each other on Mirage during the Armors, where BIG defeated Passion UA without much trouble. Now let's see how they perform on the major stage. The start was tough for Passion UA as they managed to secure their first round only after 6 consecutive losses. So the first half was heavily tilted in BIG's favor. The Germans extended their advantage after winning the second pistol round. However, Passion UA showed resilience, taking 4 consecutive rounds, with Zerofix standing out thanks to a quadro kill against Aniko. But despite their efforts, it wasn't enough, and BIG ultimately secured the victory. Passion UA moved to 0-1. Meanwhile, Wildcard faced off against Fnatic, and oh my god, a lot of people put Wildcard in 0-3s. So it was about Mirage. Fnatic started confidently, quickly establishing a 5-3 lead, with BlameF proving his critics wrong by showing he's more than just a baiter. It was evident that Wildcard players were a bit nervous, leading to some awkward things in certain situations. So the first half ended 7-5 in favor of Fnatic, who also took the second pistol round. However, some issues arose during the force buy when Crims's mouse malfunctioned, potentially giving Wildcard an opening. They seized the momentum and took it to 11-11. And there, Sonic delivered a stunning ace to bring his team to match point. And you know what? Wildcard just capitalized on this and closed out the match, claiming a victory over Fnatic. Wow, I guess Sam Dayang was right. And one of the last matches of the first round featured Imperial against Pain. The teams chose the familiar Dust 2, and it started off with a small dominance from Imperial. Pain managed to secure their first streak of rounds only at 4-1, but then they went to take an impressive 7 rounds in a row. The first half ended memorably with a 1v2 clutch by Kawez. After the side switch, Lux delivered a clutch of his own, further pushing Pain ahead. The match was sealed by Kawez, who executed a stunning ace, taking his team to match point, and then they just took their victory. Meanwhile, the Mongolz faced Rare Atom on Anubis. Everyone expected it to be an easy game for the Mongolz, but it turned out to be even more one-sided. In the first half, the Mongolz dominated by securing 10 rounds and simply reinforced their advantage in the second half to comfortably win the match. The game stood out with a spectacular jumping kill by Techno and a 1v3 clutch by Kaze. And that's basically it. The second round of matches kicked off immediately after. Still best of ones, still on a LAN stage. First up, Cloud9 versus Fnatic, with both losing the opening matches. It was to be decided on Ancient. Cloud9 started strong, taking the first 3 rounds, though they lost the next 2, including an eco. However, this didn't break Cloud9's momentum, particularly Icy's, because he was clearly determined to secure the win. During their own eco round, he picked up an AK and scored a triple kill. Later, Icy decided to go with another triple kill at 5-2. And then he helped Cloud9 to get to the 8th round. The first half ended with Cloud9 leading comfortably. After switching sides, Cloud9 won the pistol round, but dropped the force buy. They immediately countered with a force buy of their own, which turned into a streak of rounds. And here we had another crucial clutch from Icy, 1v3. He calmly defused the bomb under pressure. With such a solid performance across the map, Cloud9 finished the game with a victory, so they got to 1-1, while Fnatic are 0-2. Meanwhile, BIG faced off against FlyQuest. It seems that the Australians are on a mission to ruin everyone's pick'ems, as they delivered an outstanding performance on Nuke, dominating on the T side with a staggering 9 rounds. BIG honestly had no chance to mount a comeback against FlyQuest's relentless aggression. The Australians showcased incredible gameplay, clearly demonstrating their determination to make it to the main stage of the major. So yeah, FlyQuest won and they're now 2-0. They will fight for their spot in the next phase. The next match featured Mongolz taking on MIBR, with the teams opting for Ancient. The game kicked off with a highlight moment from Xenu, who delivered a stunning quadro in the pistol round. This set the tone for the Mongolz, who went on to win 3 consecutive rounds and then solidified their dominance with 2 more. The first half ended with the Mongolz leading 7-5. After the side switch, the Mongolz' domination continued, and playing on the CT side, which is the stronger one here, they conceded only 1 round. So it's 2-0 for the Mongolz. Nice job. In a parallel match, Passion UA faced off against Complexity, and it was all about Anubis. The game started evenly, with Complexity taking the pistol round, only for Passion UA to respond by winning the force buy. In the third round, Zerofix showcased his skill with a quadro, securing a 3-round streak for Passion UA. At 4-6, Elish took matters into his own hands. Finally, he clutched a Nico round by picking up an AK and scoring a triple kill. After the side switch, the back-and-forth battle began. The turning point came at 8-5, when Jack Asmo delivered a pivotal quadro kill, helping Passion UA to gain momentum. Complexity fought hard to equalize the score, but it was all in vain. Elish's team drops to 0-2. Next up were Team Liquid versus Wildcard, with the teams selecting Inferno. They already met on this map before, and Wildcard narrowly managed to claim victory. And here, Wildcard started strong again, securing the pistol round and the follow-up force buy. Stanislav further shined with a 1v2 clutch. However, things began to unravel for Wildcard as they started dropping rounds, allowing Liquid to equalize the score and eventually take the lead. Wildcard made efforts to halt Liquid's comeback, with subs coming close to clutching a 1v4, but the first half still ended 7-5 in Liquid's favor. The second half began with Liquid maintaining dominance, winning the first 3 rounds to push the score to 10-5. Wildcard responded with a streak of 4, but the late-game momentum swung back in Liquid's favor. So Team Liquid just pushed to the victory and advanced to 2-0. Tomorrow they will play for a spot at the major. Finally, Kinder had a good game at least. Meanwhile, Rare Atom faced off against Virtus.Pro with the teams selecting Anubis. And the game started with a total demolition of the Chinese team in front of their home fans. VP dominated the first half, winning 7 consecutive rounds, resulting in a double-digit lead going into halftime. After switching sides, VP showed no mercy, taking 5 rounds in a row. Rare Atom had no chance to mount a comeback. With this decisive victory, VP go to 1-1 and Rare Atom go to 0-2. We also had an all-Brazilian showdown between FURIA and Imperial. Departing from their usual dust 2, the teams decided to go with Anubis. The game initially swung heavily in favor of Imperial, but that's not surprising because they were playing on T side. FURIA struggled to string together any rounds, and it was 8-4 in the halftime. Things worsened for FURIA after the side switch, as Vini scored a crucial 1v2 clutch in the pistol round, and Imperial capitalized by taking the force by 2. However, once FURIA stabilized their economy, they mounted an incredible comeback, winning 9 consecutive rounds and securing a hard-fought victory at 13-11. With this result, FURIA go to 1-1 while Imperial dropped to 0-2. The last match of the day was the confrontation between Gamer Legion and Pain. The teams decided to go on Nuke. And at first, Pain started very cheerfully. They won the first 4 rounds pretty calmly. But then, Flams decided to interfere and won a 1v2 clutch. Thanks to it, his team won 7 in a row and ended the first half with a score of 7-5. After the change of sides, Pain won the pistol round but gave away a force buy. After that, GL took 3 more rounds and took the lead, but Pain was not going to give up so easily, and NQZ made 3 kills and almost equalized the score. But already in the next round, Tossin with a single M4 made 3 frags and brought the team to 11th round. But after that, Gamer Legion just put themselves together and crushed the opponent, sealing the game in their favor. Gamer Legion surprisingly make it to 2-0. Tomorrow they will fight to get to the major. Great job from the lads. And that's all for today, my friends. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button right now and follow our channel. Also, don't forget to discuss the first day of major in the comments below. I'm not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.